Hippies, I didn't have any use for. And Volkswagens, I didn't like them.
I don't think the make of the car you were driving had anything to do with what kind of American you were.
We are a country of car freaks. Turn on your TV, you'll see everything. The Batmobile. What are you, out of your mind? I'm not wearing this. To the General Lee. Thank you. We don't even get out of our cars to eat. This is America. These are cars. Can't have one without the other. Because this is the United States of cars. I'm Adam Ferrara. In each episode of the United States of Cars, we're going to put two vehicles up against each other to see what was going on and who was driving what. At the end of the 60s, it was muscle cars versus hippie mobiles. Let's line them up. The Judge versus the Bug. It was the late 60s, and America was divided. Horsepower versus flower power.
We dressed different, we talked different, we acted funny. There were drugs and all kinds of other stuff. All of the features of life became affected by the times we were living in, including cars.
Cars that said, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Or cars that said, all you need is love.
I can speak from personal experience that in the South, the idea of long-haired guys, peace and love, and counterculture were not well received.
While hippie mobiles let people explore who they were, muscle cars never had any doubts.
Muscle cars, they were a man's car. You took a man to handle them.
The best trip you'll ever take is into America's heartland, where real men and fast cars come together. The Louvre is nice, but if you want real art, you come to Tennessee and go to Floyd Garrett's Muscle Car Museum.
I didn't care about an education. I thought they were wasting my time. All I wanted to do was get out of school and buy me a Bel Air two-door hardtop. I didn't care about my English, which it tells on me now, and I regret that.
Floyd got a hell of an education from that Chevy, and over the years, he has built a collection of muscle cars that'll overwhelm you with brute force. We are in muscle car heaven. This is a Shelby Mustang GT 500. My sperm count just shot up 6 points. So what would be you guys consider to be the first muscle car?
That's a big question, and you can get more arguments on that than you can anything else. But all the arguments ended in 1969 when Pontiac unleashed the muscle car of muscle cars. The GTO Judge.
Judge, the special great one from Pontiac GTO.
This isn't a car, it's a time machine. In my mind, it is 1969. I'm cruising down the Sunset Strip, and I'm looking at Bridget Bardot instead of this ugly cameraman. I look good, don't I? Yeah, drink it in.
Don't touch that.
I'm sorry.
We don't touch the cars in the museum.
Understood. In my neighborhood, we used to call them goats.
Well, down in the South, we called it gas, tires, and oil, or either grind your tires off.
Or in Detroit, we'd say it was get your tools out.
Now, the spoiler was optional on the Judge, or?
Yeah, the late 60s, giant wings were becoming all the rage on race cars. So putting a wing on your street car was a pretty new thing in '69.
Is this a hood-mounted tack?
Yes. Now, the premise was that when you're on the drag strip and you're shifting, you want to take your eyes off of the road as little as possible.
But Detroit didn't want you racing, kid. Racing is bad. This is a man's car. Ladies, you can't appreciate it because you don't have testicles. They're all rattling right now. While the judge was selling horsepower, the counterculture was falling in love with an insect on the streets of Haight-Ashbury, the VW bug.
The Volkswagen Bug represented counterculture, freedom, anti-establishment.
Hippies and poor people and people that just wanted to have some fun. Because they're a fun car to drive. They never got stuck in the snow. You froze to death, but that didn't matter because you were still moving. And they broke, you could fix them at home.
That's how easy it is to take out a Volkswagen engine.
Part of the Bug's success and popularity was it could be easily modified to express your personality.
They'd use house paint to paint peace signs on their cars.
There's been no vehicle to replace the fun and the enthusiasm that people would have modifying their own vehicles.
It was a self-expression. It was a statement of who you were.
I can't imagine another time when that has actually happened.
It was sort of waving your freak flag.
Some people went too far. So on one side, you have the Judge, the ultimate GTO. This car was all about macho and moonshine. And on the other side, the Bug. This car was all about peace and psychedelics. You're stoned, aren't you? When the United States of Cars returns, the Judge and the Bug go screaming down the quarter mile. Well, the Judge will be screaming.
When you rummaged around in a muscle car, you'd find a bottle of Jack. In 1969, it only cost $4.30.
In a 69 Bug, you'll find a nickel bag for $5. Hence the name.
Wranglers, $6.
Tie-dye t-shirt, $1.98.
From Elvis in Memphis, sold 500,000 copies in 1969.
Abbey Road sold 3 million, with the fifth Beatle on the cover.
He's still the king.
How much for an ounce?
Adam, we're rolling.
We're finally here. The moment of truth. Brains versus brawn. The Bug versus the Judge. The Judge flies off the line, 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. The Judge can do the quarter mile in 13 and a half seconds. The Bug can do the quarter mile, hopefully by the end of this show. But here comes the Bug, building a huge lead. In 1969, Volkswagen sold 400,000 Bugs. Pontiac sold 6,725 Judges. The Judge and the Bug are coming down the final stretch, and it looks like the GTO is going to hit the jackpot. You could buy a 69 Bug on eBay for about $1,200. In 1969, Pontiac only made 5 Ram Air 4 Judge convertibles, and the last one sold for $500,000 plus tax. So who really won? I guess that depends on who you are and what you drove. All I know is I need a ride home. Herbie! Coming up on the United States of Cars, why the judge owes its name to hip-hop.
I am the judge and you can plainly see.
Rap plays a role in everything.
And how the VW Bug closed the New York State Thruway.
I mean, it was the world's biggest traffic jam.